Hey guys, it is Mel from Mel Ryan 100% You, just jumping on for our weekly update. And we are coming up to the Lion Gate portal, which I will talk a little bit about at the end. Firstly, I want to talk about what's been going on this week for a lot of people. It's really rough out there. And this week in particular, I think so many things are coming to a head. There's an expression we say in the spiritual world, and it's like facing the dark night of the soul. It's like something that happens before a rebirth happens. Energetically, it feels like that is what is going on. And a lot of people that have been coming in, not just in that situation where they're exhausted, questioning their whole existence. And it's not in a depressed or negative way. It's more in a, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And it's in my family or my job or my connections or the way I've been living life. Is that right for me? It's really meeting ourselves in that question. So with quite a few clients, it's looking at, well, I've done this all my life and I've done this because I'm so passionate about doing this. And when we pull it apart, the reason why they started doing that in the first place is often a trauma response to things that went on when they were little. And so without realizing they've been forever fixing that problem or that situation. And the intensity or the passion of that feels different, feels like a pause or a void or a nothingness. And in that nothingness, the question is being asked, do I really want to keep doing this? And that's a confronting question for a lot of people because it then is our whole way of being of everything that we've set up. Is that right for us anymore? So with that question, of course, comes so much exhaustion. And it's not just exhausted physically, it's physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted. And I think that exhaustion needs rest. And we can't hear ourselves until we have rest. And of course, most of us are like, hey, I had a good night's sleep. I feel great. That's not the rest that we are looking at here. It's the rest that really pulls us out of having to overthink things and having to be super responsible for things. I think responsibilities come up the last few weeks that I've been talking about. I know it certainly came up in our monthly update. And so you might come up with the, hey, I don't know if this is right for me anymore. But you don't have to have the answer of what is yet, because sometimes we have to see what that pause is going to bring us. And this is where a lot of people are. And it's almost a little bit scary because they're people that I'm seeing that are usually, I've got this is my next plan, this is what I'm doing. And they're in that, I don't actually have a plan and I don't know if what I thought I wanted is what I want anymore. And so that's a lot for a lot of people. So the theme of this week has been saying goodbye to something that no longer serves you without having a plan to go to, which when you think about that, it's quite confronting. It feels like the Lion's Gate I was mentioned earlier is always about manifesting and about setting ourselves up. And we often go into it with a, hey, this is what I'm doing next year. This is what I want. This is what's happening. Yet this year, for so many people, myself included, has been such a surprise of the plan that you made isn't the plan that's going ahead. And so there's a lot of people that are in that, hey, I don't know what is happening and I don't know my part in this is. And so when we question existence, they're big questions that are not answered. So if that's you and that's what you're going through and there's some things that are really coming out that you're questioning that no longer serve you, what do we do with it? It's being okay with it being messy right now because it's really messy. Being okay with not having a plan or a clarity or an answer because I think this line gate is all about shifting us into a new simplicity, a new freedom, a new easier way to do life. And we have to let go of how complicated that we've made it without realizing that we've made it that way. We've made ourselves so responsible, so needed, so overworked, in so many ways, we've disappeared from just being able to be present to what's going on. And so the question that I've asked a few people is, say Earth disappeared today and we came back to Earth tomorrow and it was exactly the same, but we didn't have to have responsibility or didn't work or all of that sorted. What would you do? What would be the way that you would live? What would excite you? Would you go for a walk? Would you see the beach? Would you explore things? Would you learn something totally different to what you're learning now? And it's being able to go, the things that we've had to wipe off the table because we've been so busy, they're still there. The silence in the craziness of what is going on for so many people, it's letting it unfold. And so if that's you, hang in there. You are doing a really good job. You are actually supporting yourself by feeling overwhelmed, by feeling confused, by feeling exhausted. It's great because you're not pushing through. You're not trying to make it better. You're not fixing it. You're not pretending you're okay. You're actually sitting in it, and being in it is where the magic happens and that transformation happens in such a beautiful way. And probably like so many of us, we don't know what that's going to look like, but so many people know that they want to do things differently. They want to feel more supported by themselves. It's having more freedom and more choice and the ability to check in with what they want and follow that without following all the rules and the have tos that we've always done it this way. It doesn't feel right anymore. And so this is this week. It's crazy. It's messy. The ability to be able to begin to question the way we personally have done our life, to maybe think, I might want to do life a little bit differently to the way I've set it up. This is the real shift that's coming in. And so if that's you and you, then my suggestion to you would be write down, how do I want to feel moving forward? And that is a really beautiful question. Is it freedom? Is it peace? Is it present? Is it connected? Is it joyful? Is it curious? Is it I'm emerged in new things that excite me? Is it learning? What is it that you want to feel? Because when we base it on that, we can then look at what are the things that are going to bring that in for you, which is different to making goals of what we want to achieve or what we want to do. So that's my little suggestion. If you are super struggling with trying to unpack some things that are going on for you and you need help unpacking that, I'm your girl. That's what I do. I love it. And I can pretty much unpack anything to find a perspective that we can help it make sense for you so you can then have better ways to support yourself moving forward. So hang in there. You're not by yourself. A lot is going on at the moment. Tuck yourself in, make sure you do get real rest. And if you're still exhausted, it's okay. When we've been through so much in our life, one night's sleep isn't going to actually make us better. So that is me for this week. Reach out if you have any questions. Sending you all love, and I will see you all next week.